G'day guys, welcome back. Today we'll be doing the chassis rail on the 300C. Finally got some more parts for it. As you can see down here, we've got reinforcement bar, the end of the chassis rails, which only need this side. We've also got rad support, upper and lower, and I've got an aircon condenser as well. So today's video we will be cutting this off and cutting the other one to size, undoing the spot weld, splicing it in and welding it up and making it look normal, and then trial fitting the rad support and the front Rio, make sure everything lines up. So let's get the new one off and we can start opening that up and getting that ready. Alright, so we've got the replacement reinforcement. We've just got to drill out the spot welds. They're connected to the old rails just so we can remove it, and then we can trim up the new section of rail. So I'll just draw a pilot hole first on the spot weld. You can see here, it's clean all the way through. Alright, so we've got the donor piece off. I just need to make a measurement through that center line there, and then come forward 30 mil, and we do a direct straight cut straight through. And then I've got to unpick it all, or unpick this side. This plate has to come off, that way I can weld inside there and on the outside around there, and then this will go back on. So we can leave the bracket on, put this on, fill in the spot welds, and then just weld across there. Alright, so next thing is we'll separate this outer skin. So that's the piece cut, and now I've just got to unstitch this back plate here. Unstitch that and then clean it all up, and then cut the old one off the car, and then we can begin to set it up there, clamp it, get it nice and straight and weld it. Alright, she's off. The holes are a lot bigger than what I would have wanted, but we can fix that. Now just got to prep it all, straighten these out a little bit, and get all this ready for welding. Okay, so we're set up, we're just about to start filling these in. I'll just show you, I use a bit of copper on a back of a beating dolly, and that just sits on the bottom and allows me to fill in the holes without that sticking, and it sucks a lot of the heat away as well. I find it helps quite a bit. The other option you have is just to do little bit. With this I find I can do across one side, come to the other, and then back, and if it gets too hot let it cool off a little bit and then keep going. Now I've cleaned it all up. It's not 100% filled up, but doesn't matter because we'll be welding the plate straight over that, but it just gives it something better to weld to. And back. A lot better than the holes going right through it and trying to fill both up. It's easy to clean up when it's off the car. Okay, so this is the section that we want to get rid of. This is the piece from the donor vehicle that we're going to be using. Instead of measuring it all again, I'm just going to use this as a template and scribe it down, and then we'll be cutting, try and cut on this side of the line so it's nice and even. I'll just now we've got it all tacked on. According to the recommendations that Chrysler give, we've got to do the inside upper section, so this part, but just on the inside, the top half, and then we do the outside lower half, and then we clean up the welds, and then we swap over and do the outside here to about the middle, and then come and do the inside. Sort of crossing over each other, and clean them up, and then we put the cover plate on. So now we've got to weld the inside here of the lower section and then the outside of the upper section. So now we just got the cover part of the rail. We've just welded a 19mm strip onto that. It's just going to sit in there to help it locate. Alright, okay, so the cap's welded on. Now all we've got to do is grind the whole lot back. Alright, now you can see it's all been ground up. And now it just needs just a light coat filler and primer. That's right through there. And we can grind all these, so left them so they still sort of look like a spot weld. I'll make them up a little bit more with the filler. Up. Rails back on. Alrighty guys, that's it for that one, and rails on. So please hit like, subscribe. We'll definitely see you soon on the next video. Till then, be good.